Hi again, let's talk about Visual Basic programming language now. Microsoft Visual Basic.NET is easy to learn, modern, component, object-oriented programming language, which combines the power of .NET framework with the rapid, beneficial, effective business programs, full stack, front-end, as well as back-end development. Microsoft Windows-based Visual Basic as the third generation of event-driven programming languages was first introduced in 1991 and evolving throughout the 90s became most efficient development platform for rapid worldwide business application mass production. Released in 1998, powerful Visual Basic 6 was replaced with VB.NET in 2002. In addition, Microsoft launched VBA in 90s, which became a widely used language for automating Excel and customizing other Office applications. Visual Basic features: easy to learn and user-friendly. VB.NET is designed to become business-oriented with simple syntax which developers can quickly learn, adapt, and utilize to develop applications. Object-oriented programming. VB.NET implements full-scale OOP principles applicable across other programming languages like Java, C#, and C++. Continuous support from Microsoft. Being native English, Microsoft provides 24/7 support and integration with the .frame framework, supplying developers across the world with ready-to-go solutions library and environment in Visual Studio.NET. To learn Visual Basic, let's review what it is about. If you search Microsoft VB.NET or Microsoft Original Visual Basic, so it says Microsoft Visual Basic, as you can see from Microsoft, originally called Visual Basic. .NET is a multi-paradigm object-oriented programming language implemented in the .NET framework. Microsoft launched VB.NET in 2002 as the successor to its original Visual Basic language. The latest version was Visual Basic 6. I personally started with Visual Basic 4, then Visual Basic 5, and Visual Basic 6. Now, in addition, you need to review Visual Basic for Application is an implementation of Microsoft's event-driven programming language, Visual Basic 6, built into most desktop Microsoft Office applications. Very good, very effective, and very powerful. If you're learning VBA, you might start with Visual Basic first, or VB Script. The best way to start up, is to using console application in Visual Studio. Microsoft Visual Studio, same as for C# previously. Visual Studio is an integrated development environment by Microsoft. Programming languages, once again, C#, Visual Basic. When you start Microsoft Visual Studio, same as in C#, you might go File, New, Project. Here, let's say you want to create console app.NET framework or simple console app. You have two choices, console app. You might select C#, let's say, JavaScript, whatever, or Visual Basic. You select your operating system, select the type of application. In this time we are going to be, since you want to study, you need to study the Visual Basic concept, we're going to be using console. However, you can create desktop with GUI, games, or anything else including machine learning. Or you can go to console app, .NET Framework, Visual Basic Windows Console. You can proceed to next. You can create, let's say, your name. It will automatically create a solution name. You go next and you create it. However, there is no need. I already created it same way. So I'll push around the program boundaries. And let's execute first. Unlike in C#, there is no semicolon. Or to execute a line of code. If I'll put semicolon, it's gonna be error already. As you see here, one error. So let's remove it. Welcome to Visual Basic World. And simply run it. Same imports system. Submain is mandatory. Starts up, ends up. In module, which is the name of the program. Execute it. Very good. Immediate result. Now, to declare variables, we're using dim word, which stands for dimension in Visual Basic. Then your variable your variable name as data type. For example, data types in Visual Basic from capital integer. Here we need, let's say, travel ID as integer. Integer here. Then dim as dimension, variable name, let's say tourist name, capital S, plus string. Then dim, let's say family number as, okay, let's say long, family member, sorry. Then dimension travel cost as double. Now let's implement it. We're gonna be using this one. Remember, please. Okay. Word vacation travel ID. And I'll show you something. Travel ID. However, if you can see, if I'll use plus sign like in any other languages, it's an error. Visual Basic, we're using ampersand. Copy paste. tourist, vacation, tourist name, and tourist name. Copy paste, then travel family members in number of and family members. I could easily make it an integer or less. However, I want to show you like to type properly integer, string, long, double, and etc. Let's say dimension all round trip as Boolean, for example. So now travel cost, vacation travel cost, and type all round trip. It's vacation all round trip, right? So we need to put it now. We didn't assign values yet. So let's assign values. Travel ID equals, let's say, tourist name equals, once again, there are no semicolons. Let's say, let's call I'll call it, let's say, Helena Venice. Then family members, let's say 2 adults plus 2 children, 4. Then travel cost, let's say 3,575, let's say 99. Okay, and all round trip is Boolean equals true. Once again, in Visual Basic from capital letter. Okay, once again, here we created our dimensions, which stands for variables in Visual Basic. Then we assigned our variables values. Then we're gonna be executing the program. Okay, let's do it. As you can see it, I'll make it bigger. All good. Start the program execution, finish. Vacation travel ID. So good, so good, so good, true. Okay. I'll remove this. The only separators. I don't need them. Once again, rerun. Very good. I'm happy with Visual Basic Startup. Let's create another program. Let's create another program. Cut it off. Cut it off. Okay, and let's do something else. I'll call dimension stock price, let's say, as double. Then dimension stock selling as also capital letter double. Now, Visual Basic is slightly different. However, it was the first business desktop business application language. So if expression, then we need to do something. Let's say if stock price logical equals, let's say 20, then we can write something. Stock price add the real time statistics stock price and don't please remember and will be stock price. Please remember it's different from other stock price. Stock price, and here will be first of all will be and if. Then I need to assign here stock price equals 20. Okay, so let's execute it first. Now, as you can see, the logical is different in Visual Basic. Simply equal. If stock price equals 20 indeed. So, and I'll add some dollar sign here. Let's see. Okay. Real-time statistics, stock price equal 20. However, by some reason, put it here. And I should need to put it right here, place it. Now, let's say, now it's correct. This is the line, real time statistics stock price. Okay. I'll remove the statistics. It is really redundant. Okay. Then, now else. Else if you can see here, else if. Once again, and then do something. let's say equals 50, and I'll change it to 50 here, variable assignment. No, actually I'll do next. If it's more or equal 20, one thing. If it's more, if it's less or equal 50, then another thing. If you can see, please notice the syntax. If, then, else if, then, and if. Execute. Real time stock price is 50. Okay. And last thing is else. Else. Simply time something. Sell stock price now. Let's continue. I'll put it equals 50, more or equal less than 20, less or equals than 20, less or equals than 50, else would be next. Let's fix it. I change the stock price. Recommendations. Sell stock price now. Okay, very good. Now let's implement ceiling. As you can see, it's not applied. So if stock price more or equal than 20 and stock ceiling, let's say, less or equals 50, then do something. Then if stock price will be here more than 50 and stock ceiling 100. I will write recommendations. I'd say market is where, buy now. Here I'll say market is bull, sell now. And recommendations, Remain calm and keep your stock. Let's see. Stock price more than 20 and ceiling less than 50. Let's say it's 40. Let's execute. Stock price is 40 and I need to establish this one. Stock ceiling, stock price more than 20 and let's say I'll make here 40. Stock price, let's say 25. Let's execute it. Market is bear, buy now. Then stock price more than 50 and stock ceiling is less 100. So I'll make it 40 and I'll make it 65. Stock price is 65, stock ceiling is 80. Let's execute it. Market is bear, buy now. Real-time stock price is 65. And let's else anything else. Let's say stock ceiling here. Stock price will be 265, 380. Still in bear because of the condition. Let's fix it. We did not indicate it. The reason is in the conditions. I'll make them exact to match. And let's say equals 50. I'll put it 60 and 80. I'll put it, 200. Stock ceiling 200 or even stock price 150. Execute. Okay, number 3 recommendations: remain calm, keep your stock. Okay. So this is how decision logic works in Visual Basic. If condition, Boolean condition, then else if one word, then everything from capital letter. Else if. Here I might create another if, nested. If, then. Here I'll create and if. I'll put exact. Let's say 30, stock ceiling 40, and I'll make exactly here 30, 40. So we're gonna write something. Good market price. Now I need to locate this logic properly. right here before line execution. And then a little trick, instead of ampersand, in Visual Basic we use and. And then and. Okay. If stock price I put more or equals 20 and stock ceiling less or equals 50, then we're supposed to go into this logic next, if condition. Otherwise, it will execute this line and get out before coming into second nested condition. And if stock price is 30 and stock ceiling is 40, then execute double line. Okay, once again, let's see, we declare two variables as double, 30, 40. I assign 30, 40 to match this condition. Exactly. Let's execute it. Very good, exactly as we wanted. First of all, good market price. This one, good market price. Then it get out from nested if state, if and if statement. Could be if, else or and if, but I made it simple. Then execute it to other lines. And you can see once again, if and some conditions, then. This is good. This is enough for the Visual Basic logic. But we set it as double, so I'll create, let's say, 77. Let's say 99. And I'll put here 77, 40, 99. The variable is double. Let's execute it again. Very good. Good. I'll add another line of code. Ceiling, stock ceiling, real-time stock. Good. Execution. Exactly as we wanted. This is good. Let's create next program now. Before I'll proceed to the next lecture, you can see here instead of and, you can use or. Instead of and, you can use or. That's how we write it in Visual Basic. I'll switch back to end. Okay, let's proceed to next one. Let's create select case. I'll create one. Let's say company grade. Dimension will be company grade. Company grade will be, let's say, A. Don't need this. Okay. Then select company grade. As you can see, I clicked enter and already case created. Case, let's say D. We want to write something. Company evaluated as, let's say, in bad shape. In bad shape. Okay. Then case, let's say E. Actually, this is C bad, non-sellable will be. Next case B. Console right, company evaluated in good shape. And last one will be case A. Company evaluated as excellent. Something is left usually will be something like case else here. This is the one. We'll write that company doesn't exist. Okay. Select case is done. We created it. Let's execute it. Start. Very good. As expected, company evaluated is excellent. Okay, this is done. Let's move on to the next program. Let's study some loops. Let's say sell price as integer. Dimension sell price as integer. Sell price equals 10. Very simple. Then while sell price will be less equal, let's say 20. And while automatically, so console right line, current price, here is a parameter, sorry, here is a parameter, here is name, here sell price equals sell price, let's say +2. Quite good enough. Let us execute it. Simply click start. Very good. This is a while loop execution. Now, let's create next loop. I'll create another variable, dimension buy price as, and let's say buy price, let's say 15. Now, I'll create another loop here for buy price equals 15 to, let's say 25. You see already next, 4 to next, 4 to next. Gonna simply loop through it. Buy price, pretty much same. The only thing, wanna do separator between those. Separator, and here will be buy price, here will be sell price. So while and while loop condition, here is a parameter Carvey, here is the parameter itself, for condition from 15 to 25, we need to write down the buy price. It's gonna be looping next, it's gonna be going next until it will be 25. Let's execute it, run. Okay, this is sell price, second buy price. Good. Now, let's try something else. Let us create first simple class. I'll take it down, take down everything. Okay. Here, the module. I'll create a first class. Public class. Let's say I'm gonna call it trade value, and class. Here I'm going to create dimension. Let's say dimension company name as string, obviously. Dimension company profile as, let's say, company profile as string. Dimension company estimation as double. Okay, so this is my public class. Trade value, trade company trading. This is the class name. Okay, now in main, taking everything down. Now, to show you the different workaround, dimension, let's say, company as new company trading. And here, I type with, enter, will be end with. Here now we're supposed to reach these class components. Period, as you can see, you don't see them. So instead of dimension, public property, supposed to be public property, public property, public property. So look what's gonna be now. Now we can reach them. First of all, I believe company name will be, let's say, global avia trade ocean and avia trade Ltd, really limited. Then another period, we believe company profile, it was a string, and let's say recognized as excellent partner. Recognized as excellent partner. Then company value, let's say, you can, company estimation will be, let's say, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Very simple. I'll put it as 1 million. Okay. Now here I made not as old, not as original, as company. This is correct. We created new dimension, new variable company as new class, company trading, this one. So this is correct statement. And now with, again, with company comes and with, and here we go. We're gonna be copying it, paste it. Here simply period, and we want company name, then console write 3 times, select with and with company profile and company estimation. Okay, now you're learning with, you created class public, you created public property. This property dimensions belong to public from public class, and then you can approach it, you can work with it, you create new variable company as new class company trading, and you can work with it using with and with statements. Okay, let's execute this type of program. Press run, green error. Exactly as we wanted. Start and with global property of the class. Pretty good. Let's move to the next program. Let's talk about functions now. I'll clean everything up. With and with is cleaned up. Okay, let's create function. You declare function name. Let's say function will be income and function. And let's say 2 parameters. Parameters in Visual Basic are passed by value or by reference. By, you see, reference or value. I'll select value. By value, let's say salary as integer. And let's say by value bonus as also integer. Let's make it easy. So 2 values will be local variable dimension summary as also integer in this case will be, and summary will be equal, pretty simple. Summary will be equal salary plus bonus, and the whole function income gets value from summary. This is the function. Here we need to call our function But before this, we need to create local dimension. Let's say salary as integer. Dimension bonus as integer. Let's make it easy. Dimension total as also integer. Now, salary will be equal, let's say 50,000. Bonus, let's be equal 20,000. Now, total will be equal, let's call this function income. Income, and income has two parameters, salary, comma, bonus, comma. Okay, and here we simply need to write line total income is 0 and it gets from total. Okay. The only thing here should be space. Let's execute it. Function calculated by function. Okay. Now let's execute it. Once again, let's review first. We created function in Visual Basic with function declaration. End of function, if you click enter, is automatic. Visual Basic function name, and this time we pass two parameters by value. We created local two dimension, one dimension local summary as integer, same as parameters data types. Very simple function, salary plus bonus. Whole function income returns equals, the whole function equals to summary, returns value. In main sub, we created three dimensions or three variables, same type as integer. However, local total gets value from income function, where we send main functions salary and bonus as parameters by value. So we're supposed to get this line 50,000 plus 2,000 plus 20,000, sorry. Let's execute it. Exactly as we wanted. Total income calculated by function is 70,000. Very good. Let's take a look at sub now. Next one is sub. I'll delete function. I'll delete this. All this is not necessary now. Now sub stands for subroutine. You simply type sub. Let's say I create a name. I'll provide a name, let's say vendor price, and sub is automatically. And this time we select by reference. By reference, let's say hours by reference. Let's say project payment, let's say hours by simply pay, let's say. Here will be local dimension, vendor price, no, price, which will be, let's say, hours, let's say multiply by estimated pay, contract pay better. Let's say contract pay, and here will be simply time. Okay. Now I didn't declare as, let's say, same integer. Here as integer, and contract pay variable will be as integer. Now what, let's make double. Double. Now we simply need to write this line. Vendor service estimated price is, and we click here price. We do pretty much same as previously in function, however locally. Okay, this is our sub, and here we're simply gonna be calling this vendor price. Let's say first call. Let's say very easy. 25,350 and 77. No, too many hours, sorry. 0.5. Let's say 100 hours. I'll make it easy. 100 hours by, let's say, 50, 75. And I'll call second line. I'll call the same function, the same sub second time. Let's say 200 hours and a half hour by, let's say, $26.88. Okay, so let's execute another program, however this time with sub. Let's click on green arrow. Let's see. Okay. Vendor service estimated prices. First, subroutine call, and second, subroutine called. Very good. I'll change the numbers probably here. Let's say 25. Let's have 55. Here, let's say 5 also. Very good numbers. Estimated twice. Let's move to the next program. So what did we learn now? We learned first time function, and second time we see how sub or subroutine is different from the function. Subroutine you call, similar to other languages. So subroutine does not return value, and function does return value as in previous file. It did return the value. We assign the value to the function name. Okay, let me click again. Very good, let's move on. Now, I'll delete this sub. We don't need it anymore. I'll delete all this. And we'll try something which is supposed to be done. Like any normal language, Visual Basic has exception handling. Try, catch, finally. Let's create such. Dimension number. Now, dimension result number. Let's say now I'm assigning value will be 100. And now we're gonna do something. I'm gonna start our exception handling. Try. As you can see, I entered my enter on my keyboard, automatically done. So try result here. Result equals number, which is 100, pretty known condition, divided by 0. That's it. Now here I'd like to write something. Console write. Exception happened. Curly brackets 0 and comma and EX as exception. And something finally. And another part will be finally. Try block. Okay. Let's see how it's gonna work out. Execute. As you can see here, exception happened and description of the attempted to divide by 0 at Microsoft Visual Basic, etc. at line and here below. First line exception happened and here finally. Finally try block executed. Once again. I'll surround it like that. Execute again. Here, exception happened. And here, finally try block executed. as you can see. This is how a say exception is handled in Visual Basic. Very good. Let's go to the next program. This time we create a class right here, public class. Let's say name of the class will be provider. Remove simply class and class. Okay, so let's create dimensions. In class, instead of dimension, we're using access modifiers like in any other languages. Public, let's say contract as double. Public time as integer. And public when somebody finishes the job earlier, we assign bonus as long. Double integer long. Very simple. Now, job provider will be work provider plus work provider. So here we create dimension total as new plus name. That's it. Now, let's assign values. Total. First was contract, I believe, equals, and contract was as double. Let's say double, let's say 35, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then once again, total, we're setting values. Time, let's say simple, 50 hours. Then total bonus, let's say somebody promised 10,000. Okay, new class declaration, variable total as new class, work provider. Now let's put it on display. Let's simply write a line here. 1. Okay. Provider contract estimated at, and here use and total contract. Good. Copy paste. Now total time, provider work time estimated at total time. Let's see once again. Works. And provider bonus. Extra bonus. Total bonus. Very simple. Estimated in hours at dollar bonus dollar. Okay. Once again, we created class with public access modifiers in Visual Basic. Here we created new dimension or new variables as new Visual Basic class. We populated class members with values, and we're gonna simply show them. Execute. Very good. Start and the program. Provider contract estimated at 35,123. Work time estimated in hours 50, and provider extra bonus. Extra bonus. This is correct. Very good. Result is expected. And finally, let's convert public to private. Private, private, private. For private, since class work provider variables, local member variables have private access modifier, we need to create public, as you can see here, errors already, right here, error lines. We need to create public access subs for setters and getters. Public sub set contract what was the by value contract price as double. When you click enter and sub. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set contracts takes value from contract price. That's it. Copy setters, set time contract time as integer, and time gets contract time. Here bonus set bonus I want them by value. By value, by value. Okay, set bonus by value, contract bonus. Bonus as long we were talking. And bonus will be taken from contract bonus. Return it to original by reference. Now, I created 3 setters. Now I need same public sub get contract, no parameters, return keyword, same as in any other languages, return what? Return contract. Now, the return, as you can see, right now it's red line because we didn't specify the public sub data type as double. And this time it should be not sub, but function. Copy, get time will be contract time as integer, return time, and bonus is left. Bonus as long, okay, and return what? Bonus. Bonus is left here. Bonus. Okay, so here we got private access members with private access modifier, public sub. Okay. And class. Now let's execute it. Set contract. Set time. Set bonus. Now, as you can see, we cannot assign directly. However, we're supposed to send it as parameters. Now errors are gone. Good. Good. And all we need to execute here, all we have left here is to set here total get contract now. Get contract. Total get time and total instance of the class get bonus. Okay, here it is. Here's our private access members class with public access modifiers, setters, and getters like in any other language. Please notice the return keyword from capital letter. Here we created instance as total of the new class. Then we set values using setters, and then we'll try to extract these values using getters here. Let's execute it now. I'll click execute file, and here it is. Very good. We successfully accessed to the encapsulated class variable members, member variables. Okay, this is it. This is the end of the Visual Basic for this course. This was Visual Basic Fundamentals. This is everything you require to start in case you need to start with Visual Basic and the prerequisite for used Visual Basic script. Very good. All great. See you in the next lectures.